Hello everybody and welcome back to Activision Blizzard Collegiate Overwatch Homecoming. Today we lost the last round unfortunately, so the Saints need to win this round 10 here. It's the last and final Swiss round we have today. I'm Matthias Talbot, joined by Matthias Apostle Eitzen. We need to win this one. Our opponent today is William and Mary Esports. It's going to be a good one. Both teams 6-3.
Yeah, both teams in a do or die scenario here. Whoever wins this game will be the people to have a chance at making the playoffs. The winner of this game won't be going straight to playoffs. They'll be moving into a tiebreaker scenario based on the other team's performance and overall map record. So even if we win this, we're not guaranteed. But if we don't win this, then we don't have a shot at all. So we definitely want to make sure that we win this, and we want to win it cleanly, like I said, for that tiebreaker scenario.
Yeah, you got to think, if you're St. Clair, you got to be hoping that that you can regain your mental there, because you're coming off a 3-loss streak, right? You had the perfect run, 6 wins, no contention, and you got 1 loss. You're like, well, maybe the next one will go well. And another loss. And then you wait a week, you're like, maybe it was a bad week. Come back and you lose again. So that must be very, very tough. And this is the one you need to win. You have to break this loss streak.
Absolutely. Now, hopefully a lot of what we saw could just be chalked up to, you know, I know a lot of players, they may have taken the week off because we did just come off Overwatch League Grand Finals, right? A lot of people went traveling for that. So, you know, maybe they're just getting back in the swing of things. Maybe they didn't get to scrim as much during this week. But, you know, after a match like that, I'm sure it's going to be hopefully what they needed to get their heads back in the game. And you know what they say, you can always learn more from a loss than a win, right? So definitely a lot of stuff that they can take from that match against Converse, and hopefully they can implement it quick and get it ready here as we roll into our match against William and Mary Esports.
Yeah, here we are starting on Antarctica is our first map today here in Game 1. We're going to see the lineup today for St. Clair College is Noxious on... I'm blanking on her name like you just did earlier. What's her name? Oh
Echo?
God. Echo, yes.
Or Sojourn? Are we talking about Emran or Noxious?
Sojourn. There we go. Noxious, alternating back and forth, choosing. We see the Echo come out, and we also see, I think, Brigitte again, Razor. We're seeing the Sim actually come out from William and Mary, so they're moving fast, ready to take this point.
Yeah, William and Mary are going to be getting to this point first with the help of that Lucio, which St. Clair notably don't have. Soaks, despite being on the starting lineup, not going to be on the Lucio, is going to be playing the break here to start off. And Squeak is also not on the Reinhardt, which we do know is very strong on this map. He's going to be on the Sigma. Right away, we see the Maywall coming out there from William and Mary, seeing if they can isolate Squeak, but it's not quite going to be able to find it. And Noxious, he's set up far in this backline, just able to put down a lot of range damage.
Squeak holding the point on the Sigma there. Luke Llama trying to just keep his team up, get the hits in where he can, and Emran going for a big flank here.
Oh,
trying to find a pick, and he almost does, but the Suzu saved the Kiriko there.
Got them very low, but not quite able to find that pick. Lamp has been forced out here from the side of St. Clair, but it does not matter as the picks are coming through. St. Clair, it was a very long fight, but at the end of it, St. Clair, they managed to clean it up flawlessly. And they did a pretty good job at building up their ults as well. Razor very close to that window, and Noxious getting close to that artillery strike. And William and Mary, it looks like they're actually going to be trying to semi-mirror this. They're going to have the Bastion, and they're going to have the Rhine here as well, but opting for a Mei instead of an Echo.
Mei has some good area denial tools, but I don't know how that's going to work out on this map. It seems to work better on Flash. Max trying to go against his Bastion, but the ult's going to come out, and Emran going to go on the flank.
Yeah.
Confirm these picks here. We're going to see the Rhine copy come out. This is going to be a big one.
Yeah, the artillery strike was able to find an opening pick, and Emran with the copy is right there to follow up on it. Max getting taken out. Nisu tried to commit the mail and was hoping it might be enough to flip, but it is going to be in vain, as Saints, they are still very comfortable. Only had to commit 2 ults to win that, and William and Mary, now they're starting to get into last fight territory. They're not going to have any ults online here by the looks of it, so they need to really rely on finding some opening picks.
Definitely, they have their work cut out for them here today. They used the mail in the last fight, didn't find it too much. Full usage there. Now Squeak going in on the back line. They're all together in a group, and he does have ult ready.
Oh,
there it is.
Yeah, wow. Beautiful grenade coming in from Slim. Takes out Razor and Noxious. That amplification matrix, so strong. It turns Bastion Grenade into a bouncing pulse bomb pretty much. And it's exactly what William and Mary needed to put their foot down on this point. Emran's gonna get chased down a little bit here, but looks like he doesn't make it out. Oh no!
He's flying so close across that cliff. I think he might have just made a little bit of a misinput there.
Yeah, what's the opposite of Icarus? Flying too close to the sea?
No, that's yeah. Too close to the sun and into the sea there. There he is. Just get the Isper now, I guess. Both teams playing very well right now.
Yeah, Soaks is going to have that rally online, so they might be able to use it to get this engage and maybe stop Valley from coming from that Reinhardt. Rally being pushed forward. The Reinhardt is going to get blocked off, but a nice artillery strike is going to take out Soaks. Now, St. Clair, they are able to find the point flip, but the picks are still coming out from the side of William and Mary. Now we see the copy coming in from Emran, but he is not in a good spot right now. He's stuck behind. Squeak is going to take out Nisu, and there, the copy Maelth is going to be able to come through. It's going to freeze up a couple, but no picks are found off the back of it. William and Mary are able to flip that point back and stay in control.
Yeah, they are doing a really good job at controlling this, just as it seems like St. Clair flipped the script there and almost got the point back. William and Mary just playing very consistently and managing to take the point back there in the overtime. But St. Clair just needs one good push, and it's looking like they take the first map, but William and Mary keeps this up. Could be going the other way here. Emran going for a flank. SLM on the Bastion. Find something. There's a Matrix going up.
Oh, but Saints were able to push a little bit past it. We're going to force the beat there to come out from Nuke Llama. The Shatter is going to be good. It finds Squeak, puts him on the ground, and Slim is there with follow-up. Emran being taken out now. Razor trades out. Actually, both Immortality Fields being used here, and Noxious is going to take out Slum on that Bastion. The artillery strike finding value. Squeak, though, he gets charged. He's getting pushed to the back line. The window being committed by Razor might be enough for St. Clair to be able to hold control at this point, and it looks like it is, as Noxious just holds that angle, cleans up everyone. A very close first point there, but Saints able to take it in the end.
Yeah, there they go, getting the first point on the board here. That's how you want to start it off. Maybe not exactly how you want to start it off, but you want to start it off with a win and try and carry that momentum into these next few points.
Absolutely. Saints, despite the fact that they did have a little bit of a disadvantage here with the Sigma doesn't really like playing into the Reinhardt, right? Because Reinhardt can close distance on him very easily, start swinging, get through that that eat that Sigma has, doesn't block a hammer, and of course Shatter is very easy to weave past the shield if you just jump past it. But Saints were able to find the value. The Grid of Flux was good from Squeak, and he was able to make it work. But William and Mary, they still seem to think the Rhine comp is going to be superior, so they're going to be rolling out with it again here.
Yeah, it seemed to be working out for them there. And Squeak is back on the Sigma, so we'll see if that disadvantage holds true here, or if St. Clair can just use Sigma to its full effectiveness here. SLM find some picks here. Teams coalescing on each other. William and Mary does get the initial point control, though. Squeak already being pushed up on. The Immortality Field comes out right away.
Yeah, Emran is going to find the first pick, though, as Nuke Llama goes down. Losing that Lucio means a lot of mobility is gone for William and Mary, and that makes it easy for Emran to go in there and clean up, finding some nice shots with the primary fire and stickies. Beautiful opening pick is going to let St. Clair take the first cap here.
Yeah, and now the team kill gives them free reign to push up a little bit and try and delay push either farther choke point here. Emran just peppering them, you know, just holding them off.
Ooh.
Just like that. Wow, got a little bit low there.
Yeah, it looked like those were some right clicks coming out from Nisu here. And he's going to be looking for more, just pressuring out the Bastion. Razor gets taken a little low, and Squeak is actually going to get forced off this high ground. William and Mary, they're going to be taking control of this, seeing if they can just put pressure down onto the point. But Emran, again, takes out Nuke Llama. That's twice in a row now. He went low, but it doesn't matter because, again, without that Lucio, it kind of makes William and Mary into a sitting duck here. They don't have that sim. They don't have the speed. Escaping is going to be very difficult, and Saints are taking full advantage of this. They're going to push straight in. Squeak putting a shield behind to negate any healing that might be trying to come through. And Emran uses the copy just for a little bit of extra insurance. Finally, William and Mary are able to get back into their spawn room, but Saints are still more than happy to push this advantage.
And Emran, the double Bastion must be so much impressive damage to push through there. That's going to be tough because, I don't know, it's gonna be, they have their work cut out for them here, but it looks like they're pushing through this upwards choke here.
Oh, Nuke Llama swapping off that Lucio and immediately getting his revenge as Emran goes down, losing that source of damage. Saints are going to be, it wants a little here, but Squeak is going to try and make up for it as he uses the Flux, throws him down on the ground, and Noxious follows up. Only finds the Constructibles, unfortunately. See if that's going to be enough. The mail coming in there from Nisu is going to freeze him up, and it looks like William and Mary are going to be able to capitalize on it as they find 3 now. A couple members here left for Saints, but they're not going to last long as they get cleaned up. And yeah, point control getting flipped now for William and Mary.
Ooh, yeah, it does get flipped there, but with 83% on the board, St. Clair is looking to be in a decently good spot if they can just take the point back in a relatively good amount of time here. Not just trying to get the grenade shots. Long range there. Oh, wow, good shield.
Yep, that's what we talked about earlier. Those icicles, those long-range right clicks. Finds another one with it. Nisu takes out both EPS with that Mei. Just doing such a great job of putting down pressure. Mei, not a character that's maybe known at face value for being able to do that, but it's something that you absolutely have to be wary of, because if you have a good Mei who's being able to land consistent damage, it's going to stack up and it's going to be able to find those picks.
Yeah, you just never expect the Mei to just snipe you from so far away, because it's not like a head scan character or anything. It's a slow moving projectile, but those can sneak up you on very quick, just like this fight is sneaking up us very quick. There's the ult coming out, and Nisu gonna find another hit there.
Yeah, Max with a nice gravitic flux is going to be able to lift them up, and Nisu follows up, Razor going down, and the Amplification Matrix, that's the only ult that Saints had online, so they were really relying on it. Nuke Llama is going to follow up as he takes out Noxious. Saints not backing out yet. It seems like they might still think this is winnable. Emran trying to take out SLM, but not quite going to be able to. It's a nice headshot's going to send him back to the spawn room. And both teams, you know, William and Mary, they had a huge deficit, but they've made all that up now.
Yeah, they had a deficit, and William Mary, though, has about nearly 4 ults to play with here, while St. Clair only has 2. So, if St. Clair needs to make a push here and try and drag out some of those ults. And there's the Sigma ult coming out. St. Clair finds a few, but doesn't confirm any kills. There's the Matrix coming out inside of William Mary. The overclock is also ready. Will we see it come out here? Oh, there's the Illari ult, wow.
Noxious with a nice shot, being able to take out that Baptiste, and it looks like that Saints signal to press the go button. Soaks is going to be charging in here, pressuring this Illari, seeing if he can win this 1v1. The healing turret doing so much right now, but it looks like it might not matter. Saints, they're in control at this point, and there was no one from William and Mary to touch.
Wow.
And yeah, Saints going to be winning first map here, 2-0. Did look a little bit dicey there, but Saints showing that they were in control the whole time. Very nicely done.
Yeah, they had a very good turnaround there at the very end. Able to take that point. It's all those ults. Let's see what this play of the game was here.
Yeah, XZD on this map, you're doing a great job. Really matching Razor's windows a lot of times, and sometimes even finding better value like you see on this one here. Just such a great angle to be able to contest the high ground and the point all at once. So really great performance from them, and they definitely kept it close. So Saints, despite the fact that you won that, you don't want to be getting too comfortable here.
Yeah, you don't want to be too comfortable. You want to keep giving it your all, not to rest on your laurels or anything.
Exactly.
Just because you need to win this, like win this whole series to even have a chance at making it to playoffs, which you definitely want to do. So they're playing really well, though. You know?
They are, and they're gonna, like I said, they're gonna have to keep this up, because if you're saying you absolutely want to win this in 3-0, because once it comes down to tiebreakers, every single map is gonna count. If you drop maps here, it could end up having disastrous implications.
Yeah, every map matters here. It's heating up. Tensions are very high, and I'm really excited to see something maybe new from St. Clair. Maybe they'll just stick with the old stuff, stick with what they, you know, what's working. But we'll see on the next map coming in Game 2. We'll be right back. Welcome back to St. Clair College versus William and Mary Esports. It's heating up here in the final round of Activision Blizzard Collegiate Overwatch Swiss rounds. Round 10, final round. It's do or die. You want to win as many maps as you can. Every map counts. And here we are on Eichenwald.
Yeah, going on Eichenwald here, they see a change already where Saints, they're going to be hoping to play into their long-range strengths. You know, definitely committing to the Echo, going to be very important. We did see Emran play the Echo on that first point there. Icebreaker, which of course is very similar in that you have the ability to play in these open areas. Like you have a lot of space in the sky that you can take advantage of to put down those stickies from afar, use it to take angles to look for assassinations with your focusing beam, and I'm sure it's going to be looking for more of that here.
It's looking like a very similar comp to what we saw last time. The Sigma, the
We do see a Life Weaver there in the spawn. Surely they don't stick with that. And it looks like, yeah, swap coming through. They're going to be on the Ana now. Ana, Sigma, Yari. They're swapping up a lot. Okay, so it looks like this is the comp they've decided on. William and Mary going to be playing the Sojourn May with the Sigma and the Yari BAP. So it's very similar to what we saw on their last point here, there on Antarctic Peninsula. And St. Clair, they're going to be running the same thing as well. So despite the fact that there's a lot more room for creativity, it looks like that both teams just want to stick with what they're comfortable with. They want to stick with what they know, and they're going to be trying to make the most out of it. Emran already putting down big damage there onto Max.
Damage is coming out in droves as SLM funds an easy first pick on the Razor there. Just like that.
Yeah, Speak's going to be pushing forward to try and equalize. Lamp getting forced out, and Emran comes back with some quick stickies, and is going to actually take down Nuke Llama. So, with support being gone now, this could be Saints' opportunity to try and re-push. They do still have Noctis set up. Squeak's trying to make the most of those rocks to be able to get the Valley. That's exactly what we see. Noctis takes down Isu, and soaks Noxious and Emran, all going to just completely surround that window, not finding any value there for the side of William and Mary. That's a great ult shutdown if you're St. Clair.
That's an amazing ult shutdown and an amazing repelling of the first push there. And Emran has his ult ready. And like we said before, that copy ult is very, very strong. Right time to use it. But Max pushing up here, using the shield to full effect. Yeah, they're going to play a little more back this time.
Yeah, Saints are doing a great job at playing these split angles to create a crossfire, but William and Mary, they're responding with these long-range shots of their own. SLM doing a great job there on the Sojourn, but it looks like it might not matter as Emran finds first pick as Nuke Llama gets taken out again. Razor going in. Looks like Emran is going to get taken out, but was it going to be enough? No, William and Mary just can't respond to this pressure coming out. SLM just barely going to escape with his life.
Yeah, but at that point, you're already pushed back into spawn. You might as well have been taken out there.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have the long respawn timer, but you still have to wait to regroup.
And Saints, 4 ults on the board now. Only needed the rally to win that.
Definitely, they're doing an amazing job. I usually see this first point on Eichenwald go very quick, but their defense is impeccable here.
Yeah, SLM getting close to that 4 o'clock, but opening Flux from Squeak is going to do the job as Noctis follows up with the artillery strike. 3 members down from William and Mary. They're getting sent back to spawn again. Like I mentioned, great ult discipline, managing to win that fight with only 2. You still keep the copy and the amplification matrix online. Williams and Mary, though, they've lost so many fights here that without having the chance to use ults of their own, that now they're starting to approach 5. So next fight definitely going to look to be in their favor unless St. Clair can really set the pace and just find the opening picks.
Yeah, all St. Clair has to play with right now is the copy and the amplification field, and there the ults are coming out of the woodwork now. The amplification matrix comes out. Nuke Llama tries to find pick, but he can't keep his team up there, and they all just get picked off. Wow, an amazing play by St. Clair, and just 1 left. That is it. Another push repelled. But that was only 1 ult coming out from William and Mary.
Yeah, But St. Clair managed to repel it with only the copy as well. They, Emerin, just some great on-the-ball thinking, quickly copied that tank, which managed to really limit a lot of the damage coming in from William and Mary that they wanted to be able to follow up on that captive Sun. And now St. Clair, they do still have 4 outs to deal with, but having Razor's amplification matrix will make that a lot easier. Razor's actually behind them right now. Squeak and Noxious combined to take out 2, and the follow-up from St. Clair is there.
Wow.
The sneaky window, William and Mary did not see it coming, and they just got dismantled by it.
That's amazing. They only have 20 seconds left on the board to get any sort of push here onto site. So St. Clair's going to have to regroup for the last push here. But yeah, that was an amazing flank. And that burned a lot of ults. We're going to see the overclock come up. Oh, what a shutdown from Emerin! Taking down the ult right as he sees it.
Squeak rocked Max out of his flux.
He's behind them.
Squeak rocked Max out of his flux. Every ult from the side of William and Mary has been completely shut down. Emerin is still behind them, providing such a distraction. Noxious finds 2 with a nade of his own. William and Mary just completely unable to even step foot onto the point. St. Clair showing off a little there. That was an amazing performance from them.
That is the St. Clair we are used to seeing. Just utter dominance, utter skill. Like, I can't believe they shut down every single one of those ults. We were so worried about that, them having 5 ults, but they had an answer for all 5 of them. And now, we just have to see St. Clair get one little cap on the point, if I'm not correct.
Yeah, with unfortunately William and Mary not even able to put a single tick on the board. That means the best they can do at this point is a draw on this map. So St. Clair, they've all but guaranteed themselves the victory. All they need to do is not slip, but like I said, even if William and Mary have the offense, or sorry, the defense of their lives and get the full hold, at worst it's still just a draw for us, which is not technically a dropped map. So we've really put ourselves into a good scenario here. And after a performance like that, I'm sure St. Clair, they definitely want to ride that momentum to really close out this map quickly.
Yeah, they are playing very, very well. It seems like their heads are right back into the game. And William and Mary putting up good fights, but just St. Clair's ready for them and just raring to go. Seems like everything is working out for them.
But that's no reason.
Yeah, and it looks like William and Mary, they're gonna be opting not to play the Iari this time. I guess they felt it wasn't quite getting enough value, and you know, I think there could definitely be some merit to that. While you do have that higher damage output, maybe you don't quite have the same utility that a Lucio can bring in terms of repositioning and setting up your angles. Now St. Clair, again, just running that Bastion, running the Echo. Emerin, we'll see if he wants to die and opt into these flanks again, which have proven very effective for him so far.
Yeah, it's proving very, very effective. Both Sigma Shields can come out and then disappear. They're doing a dance there. St. Clair funnels into the room, but they're going for the big push through the room there. A little bit of a split push, I think.
Yeah, Noxious hanging behind a little. He's going to go for the delayed rotation and see if these DPS can maybe catch someone out. Now regroups with his team, goes into turret form. Ooh, but SLM with a nice right click is going to be able to take out Emerin. And we'll see if William and Mary can make the most of it. At this point, if you're William and Mary, you want to really be trying to surround these. And it looks like, yes, there it is. They start pushing forward. They are able to start dealing the damage, but they have to go quick. As Saints, they're still staying alive. The longer Saints stay alive, the more value they can look to get. But a nice boot from Nuke Llama, going to take out Noxious. Now Squeaks will be left alone. Took them a little bit, but they were able to make the most of the opportunity that SLM was able to open up for them.
There you go. First push repelled, and you gotta be thinking, is this just the opposite of what we saw on Metro last series there? You know, just overwhelming defensively sided map.
It could be. It's hard to say. Razor is going to have his ultimate coming online here soon, but XZD has one to respond. So all eyes on the Baptistes for these teams right here, and it looks like XZD is going to be the first one to pop that to make sure it's thrown down. But no picks coming out. Saints are able to avoid that damage, and Razor held on to his. So now we're going to be looking to see if SLM can maybe repel this with the overclock. Now Razor throws down that window. Damage coming out, but both teams doing such a great job of denying it. The May wall especially just able to block that damage. But Emerin finds a pick onto Nuke Llama. Focusing beam going to be very effective. Noxious combines with him to find 2 more. The artillery strike just going to be used as the cherry on top. Percentage ticking up now. Only a single member for William and Mary left.
Wow.
And yeah, that's going to be the point. St. Clair going to get 2-0 on the board here as they move on to match point.
That was nothing like the last game we saw between these two teams. Just an overwhelming victory from St. Clair. And the play of the game from Noxious. Well played. He was popping off so much of this game.
Oh, this is the flank window.
Oh, yeah.
You can see a beautiful timing there. They just knew exactly when to strike. William and Mary completely completely caught off guard. And it's such a great angle because, of course, you have that Sigma whose main purpose is able to absorbing and blocking all that damage, but Sigma is on the front line. You send a grenade into the back line, and it's just instant destruction.
Yeah, that was devastating. If you're on the side of William and Mary, it's understandable. If you have a loss after that, that's tough to come back from. But hey, St. Clair is winning, and this is what they need. All they need is one more map for the 3-0.
And seeing stuff like that I think bodes really well, because that's stuff that, you know, you really need a... It requires a lot of like on-the-fly thinking, right? You want to be adaptable, you want to be quick, you want to be able to come up with these things. And St. Clair being able to make a play like that, it shows that they are in the right headspace to be able to shut this game out in a 3-0 fashion, which is really what they're looking for.
Yeah, so don't go anywhere. We're in the final Swiss round. St. Clair needs to make this a 3-0 if they want their best shot at making it to the playoffs. So after a quick break, we'll be back with Game 3 and hopefully close it out with another amazing win. Welcome back, everybody, to the Activision Blizzard Collegiate Overwatch final Swiss round here today. It's St. Clair College versus William and Mary Esports. It's looking to be a good one. St. Clair needs to close this out. If they want their best shot at the playoffs, it is all on the line here for William and Mary. They want to give it their all. They're in a similar situation, so both teams looking to close this game out.
Yeah. Coming here to what potentially could be the last map. William and Mary are definitely, they're going to be fighting back hard. They want this reverse sweep to happen, whereas Saints, they want the exact opposite. They want to end things here and now. Coming off what was a very dominant second map for Saints, we're going to have to see if any compositional changes are going to be made for William and Mary, as it definitely seemed like Saints had their Sigma comp figured out. And it looks like, yeah, we actually are going to see both teams playing the Junker Queen here. Now, this Junker Queen comp, it did seem to pose a big threat to Saints in that game we saw against Converse. So we'll see if William and Mary can find the same success.
Yeah, we'll see indeed. But it looks like St. Clair has already had major site control, and they're just pushing all the way on to William and Mary. Already find a pick on their tank. That's going to stop the initial first push there.
Yeah, but Nisu is able to quickly trade it out. Despite Squeak finding that opening pick, the trade is going to be enough for William and Mary to try and contest this if they want, as Emran is only just respawned, and it looks like that's exactly what William and Mary wants to do. They slowly start pushing up, just taking a little bit of space, but this side, they think better of it, and they're just going to wait for the full regroup to try and go back in.
Mary going to regroup, try and find an initial push, try and retake the point here. I don't think Squeak was ready for the big flank by the entire team.
Yeah, Squeak getting caught out a little bit here. They're going to try and engage onto him, but Noxious trades out with Nisu there, as both of them are going to get taken out. And Squeak is actually going to be the one to put the momentum in the Saints' favor, as that axe swing is going to be able to take out SLM. XCD able to get the swift step and able to get out, but Saints, they want to chase this down. Squeak going straight forward, trying to find the Junker Queen diff. Knife getting thrown, and Squeak is able to find it. Emran now dashing all the way in. Oh, a nice little deflect into a 3K. Nice stuff from Emran.
Yeah, very clean 3K from Emran, and just like that, I think that might be the first point for St. Clair. I think we'll get one more good push from William and Mary, but
Yeah,
This
William and
point,
Mary, they
80%.
do technically have the chance to touch this, but it is going to be very rough, and it's going to get even more difficult as that window there coming out from Razor is going to try and stop them. Now we can see Max for the win trying, see if he can rush point, but Squeak puts a stop to that real quick with Gracie there. And now, first point getting capped there by Saints.
Wow, and still getting the pick right near their former spawn there. Now they're just going to try and regroup, rotate. Their support gets staggered
Emran's
out
having
there.
the time of his life as he's cleaning up pick after pick, pops the blade, and you can see Nuklama is just going to stay in spawn to make sure he can stay safe of that. But, you know, being able to, you know, ride that momentum and shut down the rotation from William and Mary means that first point flip, or the second point flip here, is probably going to go to Saints, as William and Mary, they're still just respawning.
Yeah, this is going to be a rough time. Flashpoint's up in 1 second. The group is just kind of staggered there. Just coming in a linear fashion. Whichever queen goes in.
Rush being committed is going to let them get onto point. They're going to get that touch. But now the overclock coming in from Noxious. He's going to find first pick. XED going down. Sound barrier committed by Nuklama. Might be what William and Mary needs to stay in the fight. And now the Rampage is going to find two, but Soaks has that beat online. He's going to make sure that Saints stay strong throughout this. And Emran is more than happy to go in there and clean up. And yeah, a lot of ults committed from both sides, but in the end, St. Clair stands strong.
Yeah, it was a good ult, but just didn't manage to find much like utilization. His team was just not there to capitalize on it. So it's going to be tough going into this next point again.
They do have that Genji Blade online, though, and no beat left to maybe try and counteract it. Ooh, Emran, though, he's going to go very aggressive, and the rest is safe there right there to follow up. SLM getting taken out already. Nasu's going to try and respond with the Blade. He's able to find one, but Emran puts an end to that real quick as he keeps on dashing through. He's found two already. He's going to try and get the Lucio as well, and he is going to find it. Max for the win, takes out Soaks, but it might be done in vain. Actually, as I say that, he's able to take out Emran as well, so he is going to escape with his life, and if his team can regroup fast enough, they might have a chance to actually attack this point here.
Yeah, but Max is a little low. He's going to have to wait for the supports to come meet him, heal him up, and then go for one last ditch push as the point is at almost 90% here.
You see
it looks like Noxious is waiting on the high ground.
Razor both up here. Oh!
What a
SLM, you gotta check your head. He gets taken out. A free haircut there from Noxious, and point is... Yeah, there's just no one who can continue the touch. Emran pulls out the blade again, just adding insult to injury for the side of William and Mary. They've already lost the point, but it's just going to send them back to spawn for good measure.
If you were William and Mary, what would you say you should do better, man?
I mean, I think at this point, you really got to start checking your corners. Like, at this point, you really have to expect that Saints, they're going to come from the sky. They're going to come from behind. You can't just be looking straight. Like, I appreciate their dedication to pressing W and getting to the point, but it's kind of biting them in the butt a bit.
Yeah, when you think it's all free, you're like, oh, why aren't they here? There's something suspicious about that. You got to check your corners there. There's Nisu trying to find a flank on, and this is a much better initial push from William and Mary here. Yeah,
both teams fighting over control of this corner. Squeak's going to use that shout, and William and Mary is going to respond with a shout of their own. Soaks, though, is going to get the boob. XCT going down. You don't want to lose that Kiriko. Lamp being forced out from William and Mary. SLM is going to pop the overclock. Max for the win. Gets taken out. Squeak has found two already, and SLM falls shortly after. The sound barrier from Soaks just making sure that Saints are in no danger whatsoever, as they almost get a little bit of a stagger there onto Nuklama. William and Mary, they're starting to look rough for them.
Yeah, this is the point that you need to take. This is it, right? You're 3-0. You might get 3-0'd in both scenarios here if you don't take this next point. So, you gotta give it your all, dig deep. You have the Drunken Queen ult to play with. You almost have Blade, and you almost have Sound Barrier, and you almost have Sune Rush as well.
Oh, Squeak opens up with that Rampage, and it looks like it's going to get cleansed there by XCD, and Nuklama is also going to use his ultimate to make sure that William and Mary can push this properly. Max with the win, uses the Rampage, finds the picks, and it looks like, yes, William and Mary are going to be able to get the value they needed from those ults. They're going to find the cap here.
They managed to contest it finally, and they took the point back right when they needed it. Well played by William and Mary at
Saints
90%.
only need one fight, though.
This could be it. If they don't cap this point, if they don't keep the control that they have here, that could be it here. St. Clair just needs one good push to take it all home here today.
Absolutely. Nisu is going to have that Blade online, and that's going to be the only thing online for the side of William and Mary. Blade getting popped now. He's already taken low, though. We'll see if he can engage. He's going to opt to just get out of there. He does not want to deal with that, but Noxious with the overclock. He wants the smoke. He goes in, finds 2 picks, looking for a third.
Wow.
He's able to find it, seeing if he can get a 4th. Razor and Squeak are going to steal those kills away from him, though. 10% left. William and Mary, they might not be able to touch here.
I don't think they're even going to be able to touch, even if you're on a Tracer here. 99, and that is St. Clair taking home the 3-0 and securing themselves a chance at getting into the playoffs. Well played, well needed, and that's the best chance they're going to get here today.
Yeah, if you're St. Clair, this was a 3-0 that you needed to be in that kind of fashion. Like, it was solid, it was decisive, it was quick.
Emeren.
Not only just for your playoff implications, but also just as like a mental reset. You know, you gotta be able to make sure that you still got it. I'm sure Emeren, you can see he had lights out performance there on that Genji, just finding all the right picks at the right moments. Saints gonna be very happy with that, and unfortunately now they get to wait with bated breath to find out whether or not they've made playoffs.
Yeah, it is going to be a very anxious time for them, but you know, you can rest well knowing that you gave it your all in that last game against William and Mary. You got the 3-0. You're in the spot, the best spot you could be after the round 9, you know. You didn't want to come in with that loss, but it happens. So they came back, they regrouped. You could tell they're on their A game with the 3-0 and such an overwhelming victory there on that last map. And Eichenwald too. A little shaky first map though.
Yeah, first map, it definitely looked like William and Mary had what it takes to make it close, but I think Saints, they were just able to get the download. They were able to quickly read their opponents, figure out what made them tick, and then from there, it seemed like Saints just had all the answers to everything that William and Mary were throwing at them.
Yeah, I just want to say well played to Emeren and like both DPSs. They were just
Absolutely.
on point there throughout all 3 of these games, finding the overwhelming picks and just taking the right fights when they needed to.
Yeah, Razor as well. You can see he was always ready there on the flank, whether it was with Noxious or Emeren. He had the window, he had the lamp. He was doing such a great job of enabling these crazy shenanigans coming out from the DPS, and it worked wonders for St. Clair. Like, you could see William and Mary Esports, like, they were really good in the neutral, but when it came to these rotations, they just got caught off guard so many times, and it just ended up snowballing for Saints from there.
Yeah, definitely. And you know, we talked about earlier the playoffs, so we will see what happens there, but we can rest well knowing that Saints gave it their all, gave them a good run for the money, and hopefully this is a good sign of the momentum swinging back in after such a long loss streak there of 3 games in a row. And I just want to thank everybody in the back, Mr. Danners, Jace, and Tommy, and thank you, Matt, Apostle.
Oh, thank you for having me.
For joining us here today. And thank you, everybody here at home, for joining us for another Overwatch. We'll be back soon with more streams. Have a happy Thanksgiving, all you Canadians out there. I'm a Canadian, too. But you know how it is in esports.
Yeah.
We're
Canadian,
here.
Canadian school, color me shocked.
Yep. But it's all a good time here. We love doing it. And thank you very much.